Welcome to CJ's Life.
My name is Jamzzz.
And I'm Cody.
I'm Carlos.
And I'm Andres.
And we are the CJ's Life Show. And as you can see, we have two new guests. Last week, we posted a Blitzball video.
Yep.
Just me and Cody. And the week before that, we had Maya. And now we have two special guests.
Yeah, two special guests to make up for our missed episode last week. But I mean, sometimes things happen, but we have two great guests here to make up for it.
Have you seen that Vine? It's so old. It's that Vine of Oprah saying she's read the book now twice, and she does this. Because when you were like, we have two guests, I was like, and it just reminded me of that. It's so dumb because she's on live TV, and she goes, yeah, I read the book now twice. And like, she's not looking at the camera or anything, but she does it, and I'm like, that's perfect.
Just hand motions. Oh man, I can picture that happen just like subliminal, like people are just talking, they could be saying like, yeah, I seen it like two times.
Two times now.
Yeah, you know, that stuff happens.
Yeah. So to take part of our bubbly, we started this little trend that we started back in our first episode. We got our bubblies back, baby. And we got our bubblies ready. Not sponsored, but
Yeah.
we'll crap them open. We'll crack them open.
Jess and I have yet to crack them open in sync. Yeah. These two are going to crack verbally with us. That kind of sounds weird, but crack verbally with us. And we're going to try and do an in sync. Let's see.
In sync.
Let's see. We got this.
All right, let's go.
All right, ready?
So 1, 2,
oh no, I forgot 3, 2, 1. I think that's in sync.
Yeah.
I think we got it. Even though I was kind of prematurely like.
Mine was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
It's okay if you do it prematurely as long as you say sorry after.
Oh man.
Some boys talk.
Yeah, no. I'll take a sip of this real quick.
So we have a bunch of things we want to talk about. We have a lot of comment interest. We initially wanted to have Carlos in our first as our first guest. If you guys seen him, he was in our car episode.
He helped us with our very, very first episode. He was in it for about 2 seconds. He had camera time. But he was there. The first episode when we were Jess and I were super nervous. Took us a couple of tries, but Carlos was there to kind of aid us through it.
Yeah, and now we got the ball rolling. We have Andres here, big fan of a lot of sports.
I like what you did there, the ball,
the ball rolling.
The ball rolling.
Yeah,
a lot of sports, but this won't be a sports talk because we have a lot of our culture and lifestyle interests that we'd like to kind of share. You guys want to tell me about yourself? To the audience.
Anything interesting? Dislikes, likes, hobbies.
Andres is a scientist.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I majored in school.
Oh, yeah.
But one hobby I've really gotten into recently is fishing. Really got into fishing. Went to Canadian Tire the other day. Me and my brother combined spent around $350 in just pure fishing stuff. Wow. And now I'm looking to get a fishing kayak.
Wow. Can you swim?
Yeah.
I can't swim. Damn, but that's a big spend. I hope you guys catch bigger fish.
How much is a kayak?
Yeah, how much are those?
The cheapest go for like $600, but the more expensive ones can reach like $1,500.
Damn.
Yeah.
You guys have wood at your house? Just build your own?
No. Not that have to spend the money.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Are you gonna build a kayak? Andres doesn't know how to curve
you can build an arc, man.
It's so difficult. You have to it's not even worth it.
No, it's way too hard.
I didn't like fishing that much.
No, I got into it a little bit I've always liked fishing, even when I was younger. I just never could do it because, when you're young, you can't drive or you can't go to Muskoka by yourself or anything.
No cash flow.
And so last year I went to my girlfriend's cottage and there we fished. I caught some tiny ones. Kind of like, I was like, yeah, this is, like a nice outdoor activity sport to do if you're like at a cottage or something. But then this year we went. And at the very end, we hadn't caught anything. We went like everywhere, haven't caught anything. And then the very last 10, 15 minutes before we're about to leave, I see my bobber go down and I see it go back up and I see the fish. And I was like, oh crap. So I'm battling with it for a good 30 seconds or so. I pull it out. It's probably 3-4 pounds, which like in the fishing community, 6 up would be bigger. So, and I guess with girls too, but in the fishing community, 6 up is like huge. So to catch like a 4-pounder off the dock,
not the 4.
So like a 3-pounder off the dock is like pretty much unheard of. So right there, I was like, man, I love this. I gotta aim for the 10. There's some that go to 42 pounds, but that's later on. Last thing I want to do is be dragged out of the boat into the water.
Damn, I want you to learn about these pounders, man. I ain't know nothing about them. That's crazy. I'm not sure how big these are. I mean, I'm not that big into fishing, but that sounds kind of exciting, to be honest.
The fishing community goes hard. I remember 2 years ago, I was at the CNE and I was getting the little rubber fishies. Dude, it was a crazy experience. One of the best ones I've ever had.
Those are the only fishes I'd be catching.
Yeah, exactly.
With the madness inside?
Yeah, exactly. I won a little...
a little prize?
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was like a Winnie the Pooh or something. I can't remember.
Oh, that's the best prize.
I didn't keep it.
Yeah, man.
My girlfriend likes it.
When I went fishing at my boy's cottage, like I swear the only thing I caught was like seaweed.
Oh, yeah.
I went ice fishing too, and all I caught was like my toes like losing feeling. Yeah.
Damn.
Like my boy, he's great at fishing. I don't know, like he's probably the same kind of passion that you have for fishing, but he seems to catch things like every like 10 minutes, and I'm just there like.
How do people
catching boots?
Yeah, once you learn, you know, like I've started watching a lot of like YouTube videos on how to do it and everything, and they're catching like every 10 minutes. And honestly, the trick to it is the spot, which is why you can't just fish off the dock. That's pure like 99% luck. That's why I want the kayak, and later on maybe a boat, and then the bait. Like I was just using worms, which are nice, but worms are because the little fish, like you're not interested in those. They can take it off completely without getting caught. So that's why you got to use like the plastic worms, or some of the ones I bought are actually like those tiny little plastic frogs. So, and that's the trick to catching the big ones.
Jeez, man, you heard it here first.
Plastic frogs.
They're super tiny like frogs.
Are they fake?
And yeah, they're fake, and they have the hook like hidden in them. So as soon as the fish attacks it,
it's done.
It's done.
Damn. Okay,
Yeah.
man.
I haven't fished in so long. I think the last time I was like maybe 10 minus, and then I was with my grandfather, and at this I forgot where we were, but it was like somewhere up north, and we had 2 canoes at the time. I was with my dad, and my uncle was with my grandfather, and at one point they were fishing. We're just like, you know, relaxing in it here and there, but my grandfather, he was like maybe 75, 80 around that time, and it tipped over. And then he fell inside, and my dad doesn't know how to swim, my uncle doesn't know how to swim, but thank God we had like some life support, like life vest.
Life jacket.
And but yeah, like even though he's not really abide to like, you know, to swim on his own, so I think that was like one of the last times. And
Jesus, I wouldn't. If I fell off the boat like, during fishing, I wouldn't be going no fishing.
Yeah, it was a little phobia for me.
Yeah,
because I don't swim either. So
okay.
So your whole family doesn't know how to swim.
Jeez.
No.
But have you ever jumped in the what ocean did I jump in?
The deep end.
I jumped in an ocean one time on a trip to Cuba, and I can't swim for shit. But I literally jumped. Teo was there, and I jumped in. Like in Cuba on the trip, they gave us like these floaties. But these floaties couldn't hold my nuts up. Like I mean, like
the tiny ones.
They're so like they're freaking so small. But I literally went, okay, it's not that deep. It's like jump in, and all like it's like way down. It's like 50 feet down to the ground. I'm like, oh my god. And then everyone, like, these guys were freaking out because I just jumped in and literally didn't come up for like a second. And I was like, okay, I can go up. So I kind of just went up. And then I grabbed onto a wire. And I was like this. Because there's like one wire for people that can't swim, I guess. I'm just like this the whole time. And then it was supposed to be snorkeling. Yeah. So I'm just doing this. I'm like,
It looks good.
It looks good, you know?
It looks very good from up here.
I don't know how you could do that. The open water scares me. Like a lake, even a lake I can't really handle.
Yeah.
But, you know, I could swim in a lake. No, the ocean terrifies me.
Really?
Like, yeah, you know, like even in a beach, or like I'll go in the shallow, even not the shallow, because then you have like crabs and jellyfish and stuff. But no, the open ocean, just like you never know when a shark's feeling a little nibbly or something.
He's a nibbly.
I love the ocean.
At the time we were at Cuba, it was like a year or 2 ago. It was pretty much before COVID, right?
It was right before COVID. Like there was like talks about it.
Yeah.
When it was like just literally just starting, and then when we came back, 3 weeks later, like then the COVID came around.
Yeah.
And then it was like big.
You know where I was when that happened?
Where?
In a strip club. Dude, it's such a crazy story. So I go literally before COVID. We go to me and my girlfriend and like. Her parents, coincidentally, like it wasn't planned.
Strip club with the parents.
Same week, same destination. It was very awkward. We go to Miami because we all have family there.
Miami.
She has her sister, I have my dad, whatever. And so like we're going out with her siblings. We go to a club, a bar. It's like closing like around 2:30ish. We're like, okay, what do we do now?
Yeah.
And we're like, the night's young. Like we gotta go somewhere. Like they don't go out because they have kids. We barely go out because our parents are strict. But the four of us together, we're like, we have to go somewhere. So we're like, all right, let's go to a strip club. We get into the strip club, whatever, fun times, lap dances, the whole thing, tits. And then, like a week later, we come back, and there was an outbreak in that strip club.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
The way I rushed to get tested.
An idiot sandwich.
Dude, I was terrified. Like I was like, I might have COVID.
Oh, no.
The worst
But you were
part,
good,
yeah, I'm a germaphobe too. So
Yeah.
being in there with like those girls, like
So there was just booties flying, like booty shaking. You're
booty
just like,
sweating. I'm like, don't.
Did you have your hand sanitizer out before? You're just like,
I was legit like, no. And then my girlfriend was like, they were all like having so
No.
much fun, and I'm just like, how do I make it seem like I'm not grossed out by these like naked ladies? Which like it's such a weird thing to be at as a guy.
Ass in your face.
That's what I'm saying. People don't
Debbie,
get
there's
that.
ass in your face.
I don't get that.
It's like, have you guys ever seen that meme? It comes from The Simpsons, where it's literally Mr. Burns' assistant, like, covering his eyes while those
Oh,
two,
Mr.
like, strippers
seen
right
that,
on
I've
his
seen that.
face.
Yeah.
That was Carlos.
yeah, that's like me.
Carlos in the club.
No, I remember. I specifically remember her sister being like, "You gotta take one for the team. Just have some fun." And I was like, "Okay, I guess."
So you're just there, like, in the club, there's, like, Minecraft in there.
Yeah, like I just,
Just,
I
Go,
can't do it.
go,
Yo.
go, go.
I was like, I like the music. Don't touch me.
I like the chicken wings.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lou Will.
These are pretty- and we got a T-shirt from them too, so that was pretty good.
Oh, that's
A
lit.
T-shirt from a
t-shirt.
club. They
From
that
the
made
strip
it,
club, yeah.
that made it all worth it.
Wait, no, my girlfriend was so drunk.
It's like
she
a
lost
festival?
it. She lost the strip club.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
she lost.
She lost the strip club?
She lost it.
Where did the strip club go?
Jeez, what was she betting?
Was she gambling? Was she gambling?
I didn't know she was gambling.
No, she lost the T-shirt, and I was like, "Yo, that was gonna be a PJ T-shirt, man."
Wait, she lost the T-shirt? Wait,
Yeah,
your
'cause
sister or
no,
or
Allison.
Your Allison, oh.
Yeah, we were in the car. I'm like, all right, take this, hold on to it, nice and warm, whatever. We get out the car, and I'm like, where's the shirt?
That cab driver has a nice souvenir now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what
He's,
happened.
he's been wanting that strip club t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's funny because I have a similar story to that too. My first time at a strip club, I was in Montreal, and I went like 3 years ago, and it was my first time and everything, and we pre'd at like our Airbnb, and then we hit up the strip club. I think after we hit up a club, so I was already like kind of like gone already, and then I had no idea what was happening. And then I remember going inside and then having some beers in there inside, and the next thing you know, like I checked my bank account. Minus like 200, 250. I was like, what?
Oh.
And then,
Which one is it? Which one is it?
Which one is it?
The idiot.
yeah, so it was the and then the next thing you know, I was in I remember being in a private room with a girl that's the same ethnicity as me. So she was half like Filipino, half Spanish too. And next thing you know, I was just like,
Wait, like a random girl or like a
no, that's
stripper?
a strip club.
Oh, okay.
Like the stripper.
Oh, I thought you like-
a stripper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
thought
know.
it was just like a meet cute with
No,
some girl.
I thought it was like some next
No,
girl
no.
you seen, but you
No,
were,
no.
okay, you're in a room with a stripper.
But the thing is, like, I wasn't sure if she was, so but maybe she just wanted to have a connection with me and then like get some money off me, you know.
Oh my God,
and
oh
then-
my God.
So I think I was crying also.
Oh, dang.
The same thing happened to my boy. It was
Yeah.
so weird. He's like a barber.
Yeah.
He was telling me how he went to Cuba and like him and his boys went to the strip club and he's like, sure, whatever, I'll go. So he sat with the stripper and they just talked. And he paid her.
Just talked.
Like he would like,
Paid her
he
to
would
talk.
like throw like 10.
Yo, who needs a shrink when you have a stripper to talk
That's what I'm
to?
saying. So this guy comes back and he's cutting my hair. He's like, yeah, like she was very nice and she has a kid. And I'm like,
Damn.
what?
Who says you need to go just to get a lap dance? You can just go for
Exactly.
talks.
Strip clubs are good.
But the thing is, like, I was wearing a shirt like this, like a long sleeve,
Oh,
and
sexy
I had
boy
a shirt
you?
underneath too.
Yeah, yeah.
And then next thing you know, I come home, I'm like, yo, where's my top shirt? And then like I saw it, pretty much I left it
Oh,
there.
sexy boy.
You left it for
I
her.
left it for her. I don't know what
Still remember
happened.
you,
but
bye.
She
So I
still has
lost
that
the shirt
shirt.
too.
She snatched his shirt
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
quick.
She has that shirt every morning. She's like,
Oh,
One
is
day.
that guy.
your scent still on that?
That
No,
guy.
Did you wash it?
The easiest $300 of my night.
Damn.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But you didn't black out at all that night, did you?
I did, but then I came home. I came to my senses, and I
Wow.
was just like sad.
That's crazy. There was a night like where I literally blacked out. Like I remember, we went to the club. It was Gravity at the time. I went in there. I remember going in and then going to the back to smoke a blunt, and then I woke up in the bathtub in a hotel. That was the night.
Oh, that's
I think
Everything in between was like I was like seeing videos and pictures of me. One was of me getting thrown out of the club by a huge bouncer.
oof.
And it was pretty. And apparently, I had a fun time. I wish I remembered it, but I pretty much just woke up to my boy pissing in the toilet.
Oh,
Like
at least it was on the toilet.
Huh?
At least it was on the
toilet. I mean, it would have been a scrap if it was. Actually, I don't think I couldn't even have fought anybody at that point.
I think my craziest blackout was I was actually retelling the story the other day. It was about 3 years ago. It was for one of Gabby's friends' birthday. So it was the first time I've ever like hung out with like her friends.
Gabby's your girlfriend?
Yeah. Oh, Gabby's my girlfriend. So I was hanging out with her friends, and it was one of theirs birthday. So we were all like getting like drinking and everything. So it was the first time I ever hung out with them. So I was getting like extra lit. Okay. So then it got to the point where I was literally like blacking in and out, in and out, in and out, and then I couldn't go to the Uber by myself.
What were you drinking?
Oh, I mixed. I literally did the worst thing. I mixed. I literally can't tell you what I drank like beer. I drank like beer. I actually think what did it. I think like I wasn't blacking out until someone was like, "Oh, vodka shots," and then I was like, "Yeah," already like almost passing out. And then after that, it was like puking, blacking it out. So, anyways, I literally can't get into the Uber. I remember it. I can't get into the Uber, so my friend literally just tosses me in the back seat. The Uber already has my address because Uber. Yeah. And next thing I know, I pass out in the backseat, literally like after being tossed, and next thing I know, I wake up like consciousness, like dangling my key on my lock. And then I didn't think anything of it because I stumbled into my bed, whatever. And then I thought about it the next day because I live in an apartment. I used to at the time. I used to live in an apartment building. So in order for me to get to my door, I had to walk out the Uber, walk into it, and it's one of those revolving doors, and the side doors are heavy as hell, so I don't think I could have done it. Walk past the security guard, take out my chip, press the chip against the door, go to the elevator, click the right elevator because there was 44 floors on that building. So some of the elevators only took you to the 24th and some only took you 25th up. Yeah. So I had to go on the right elevators, click the right button, and get to my thing all without like consciousness.
What a weird
idea. That's muscle memory maybe?
I guess.
It has to be because I consider like when you're like blacked out, you're just on autopilot basically. Like your mind's just doing like what it does.
And the thing is like I was stumbling to get into my bed, which is like a 10-step walk from the front door, so I can't imagine what I was like walking there.
I wish there was a video of that because there's nothing better than probably watching.
I'll have to ask the security guard. He definitely has it all.
He has it. He's probably watching. Look at this guy.
Probably leaning against the fucking elevator.
Crawl through the revolving doors like this, and he's probably like, what the hell?
You know the scene in Wolf of Wall Street where he's crawling to his car? That was me crawling out of the
elevator.
elevator.
His car like 2 miles an hour all the way home. But you got home though.
Yeah, that's my first story. At least I got home. That was the most important part. I got home.
The weirdest part is that the elevator only goes halfway and then the other one goes the other way.
It's to control traffic. Because think about it, 44 floors, how much people are living in there? Like if everyone was...
That's high, man.
Yeah.
Is that a common thing?
It is. A lot downtown. It's because they're definitely high rises.
No, it's actually East York. I'm sure you guys can see them from here. It's really tall buildings. Like you can't really see it.
Very nice.
If you were to step outside, I'm sure you can see it. It's really tall.
It's an area.
Tall ones, right?
East York, yeah.
If you can figure out where it is, we'll give you 25. No, I'm joking.
They'll give you 25. We're just guessing.
We don't work here.
We'll give you 25 Crocs. Which no one wants.
Crocs?
Crocs.
Yeah, can you show them? Can you demonstrate?
Like this?
We'll even put them on
fire,
sports.
Yo, okay, to be honest, like I've been working with like boots now because of work and like being a security guard, like you're on your feet or sitting down for like 12 hours.
You're sitting down.
I mean, like I work the night shift. Most likely I'm sitting down, but when it's like busy,
when the goals come around, you walking up, right?
Yeah, like my feet is like will get sore. Right, so like going to work with like say slippers, like your feet is kind of more exposed. You're going to a hospital, you're more exposed. Like people look at you like, is the guy working here? Is he a buck T? I'm like, no, like I'm wearing nice, nice fresh white, Air Force Crocs. So yeah, like I feel like they're really cool. Cody has a different opinion, but
what do you guys think?
I love Crocs.
You love Crocs?
Amazon,
I love
everything
Crocs.
Amazon.
You got one? I know you like Crocs. You like Crocs?
Yes.
I love Crocs.
But I mean, like, are you buying them from Foot Locker for $70?
No.
No, let me tell you this.
So I'm not buying them for $10.
You shouldn't either, because it's not worth it. It's like $70 for a pair of rubber shoes. Like, I used to work at Journeys. I was one of the managers, and like we started selling Crocs like halfway through me being there, and it was like people would come and we'd have lineups for Crocs. I'm like, why? It's just rubber.
Was this when Post Malone did the collab, or was it just a regular Croc?
Yeah, but we didn't have
a collab.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Didn't even know that happened.
But you know, yeah,
I
well,
thought
back,
that was a collab. I'm gonna have to Google.
that was like the first like celebrity collab.
With
Like
Crocs?
with Crocs, and that was a couple of years ago, to be honest. So he was ahead of the
curve.
the Croc trend. But I see Crocs everywhere. People were wearing toothpaste Crocs,
Bad Bunny Crocs.
Bad Bunny Crocs. They all ugly to me, so I ain't buying them.
There's so many. There's celebrities that do this with everything. We were talking about it with alcohol and stuff.
Because you get paid for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. But
in the house, going out, right?
So
Driving. A nice cruise. I wear them when I drive.
maybe
It's
like
fine.
I can't imagine pressing the clutch with those. I feel like I would stall the car.
Okay, yeah. But if you're driving automatic, it's more like, cruise control, relaxed, going home.
I guess.
With the Crocs on,
Yeah.
with some Swiss cheese in your feet.
Yeah. So shout out Chelsea. You got the white ones.
Swiss cheese ones.
They look like they glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Just put a couple of like
Stickers on them.
Yeah,
Glow in the dark
yeah.
stickers.
the clips.
Yeah. I think Cody we'll get him soon.
Be like it's the
for
CJ's
sure.
live show collab.
You're gonna we're gonna have to tune in like maybe around like Christmas. Someone's had to give them me as a gift for me to maybe like rock them.
Ideal.
Alright, we'll see. We'll check in that special edition when it comes in.
You ever tried to put your fingers through the holes?
No.
Am I weird for asking that? It just
Well, you let him try.
Yeah,
Let him try
try.
real quick.
I mean, it's always,
It's muscle reflex for Carlos. So.
Oh no.
it doesn't fit.
you're size 10 too, man.
Yeah, we're
That was
no, I'm
literally-
talking about the holes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, like these.
Look
Okay,
at some
so
big ones.
these holes right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I thought like your toes would fit in there no problem, but it doesn't fit.
Let me see these joints.
Let me put it on sports mode first for you.
Sports mode.
Let me put the top down.
Yeah.
The top down. Like, can you even? Oh, these things.
Andres, you gotta put them on after too, because
Yeah.
we're all getting people on
Rite
this
of
together.
passage.
You fire?
See, your knee just cracked.
I
We're
know.
old.
That's when we're sitting.
Don't worry, same knee for me.
Driving all day. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off sports mode
Bad
for you because
news,
sports mode looks kind of more like a dad. So
Let's see.
you can slip those on, Cinderella.
Like,
I have
Cody,
the Kirkland brand Crocs, so I don't really know how the. Oh yeah,
Crocs.
these are definitely much better than the Kirkland brand ones. Oh,
Kirkland Browns.
Kirkland.
don't diss on Kirkland. though.
Could I ask you guys
I
a
mess with
question?
Kirkland.
It's more centered for Cody because he knows there's a thing about his feet that I know of.
I know you can say it.
I can say it.
you
Okay.
Say, yeah.
I'm not sure if you're like insecure about it, but like, so I met Cody like since he was I think you're 13 or something, and I was like 10.
So like somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
and at the time he wore a lot of like Nikes. He had a lot of like ball shoes, and I
So
was
it's gangster, bro.
I was looking at his feet, and I'm like, yo, yeah, big feet. And I'm like, obviously, I'm still growing up. I had like size 7, size 8, and then at the time he had like size 11.
Oof.
And then in high school, I'm like, oh, what's your size now? I'm like, oh, size 10, 10 and a half. Oh, cool. And then like we started like linking up before like after like university and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, what's your size? Like, because I have shoes that maybe you can sell together. I'm like, oh, my size like I'm size 9, 8 and a half. I'm like, you? I'm like, yeah. It's I'm like, is your feet shrinking, bro? I'm like, I guess it is because like we both know that you were size 11 at one point, and now you're size
I'm like between 8 and 9.
8 and 9. I'm like,
What happened?
So your feet shrunk?
I think I was wearing the wrong size as a kid.
Oh,
but to be honest, my feet like from when I finished high school to now, I don't know how I jumped from 9.5 to like I've worn 8 like size 8 shoes and been just fine.
Wow.
Like my boots are size 8 for work,
yeah.
and then like my Jordan 3s I used to have 8s.
Well, it depends on the
Like
brand.
depends on the brand of shoe,
Yeah.
but I fit 8 to 9. Is what I usually
You know,
wear
I
now.
blame our parents. Same thing happened to me because when we're growing up, they're buying you like 2
Yeah.
sizes up so you can keep fitting them.
Oh man.
You're gonna grow.
Yeah. So
You're gonna grow into it.
So I was like 14 wearing like 10 and a half. Like
What?
I think I even had one pair of 11s.
Yeah.
And then one day I went to the orthopedic, I think to get soles. And he's like, okay, I'm just gonna measure. He's like, what size shoes do you wear? And I was like, oh, I wear 10 and a half, 11. He's like, oh, your size is 9 and a half. And
What?
I was like, oh, what? I was like, I've been wearing like these my whole life. He's like, I'm not telling you what to wear. He's like, I'm just telling you, you're 9 and a half.
Yeah.
So I made the switch to 9 and a half, and
Life changer.
It's life changer. So yeah, I
so
blame our parents for sizing up as all boys. Yeah,
for making us look like
They
clowns
just-
walking around clown foot. And I was short back then. I was probably looking like a 4'11" guy wearing size 11 shoes, like half the size of my torso.
Did you use the little measuring thing?
he used those things you see at Payless shoes. Yeah.
Oh
We had
my
them
God.
at Journeys, and I never knew how they worked. But I would use them at every sale to try and like accomplish.
To look like
Yeah.
professional, like
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So like I had to like, I have to sell a pair of Converse by like tonight at 9. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll pull it out and I'll be like, this one's perfect. This is the one for you. You have to look. It's the perfect size. I had no idea how that moved. I would just move the thing up and down and be like, yeah, it looks good.
We had those at Nordstrom too, but I never used them.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You went to Journeys. I worked at Little Burgundy, and those are they.
Yeah, they're
you
sister.
both use the same
It's like the head company.
head company. Yeah, because I remember buying discount
Me too.
Converse from Journeys
I got discount Vans
from Little Burgundy.
Yeah.
Which one was the Eden Center? Oh, what was?
No, it's Fairview Mall.
So you.
But
you went to
I
the-
was very close with the people from Journeys at Dayton Center.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There's a
It's a little
low key connection.
Yeah, who would have known?
Maybe I crossed paths.
Probably.
Maybe I bought shoes off Carlos. Who knows?
Maybe.
Who
Who knows, man? So something we were talking about before, like kind of off camera, was we all like movies and we all kind of like it's like a hobby, you can say. So I just want to know what's your favorite movies. I guess we'll start with Jazz.
I guess one of the main movies that I really loved growing up was Rush Hour, like the whole series. It's one of, I think, my favorite like trilogy, and I just like the dynamic of Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Yeah, and
That's
Derek.
a good movie.
Which one's your
yeah.
favorite though?
Ooh. Okay, honestly, it's number 3.
Yeah.
Even though I think it's not, it is because I saved it on my PS3 at one point.
I've seen it.
And it was one of the main movies I'd play because there's no Netflix at the time.
Yeah.
There's no like YouTube. Like I didn't watch YouTube a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd always rent like Blu-rays, and then sometimes it would be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But I had like a pirated Rush Hour 3,
Pacific.
and
It's like different acting.
the lips are way off. It's like leap. It's like way off.
but I don't know. It was so fun. Yeah, it was pirate because like you can see the people like walking by. You know the
Oh my
the
God.
Cineplex.
Yeah.
You know?
He says he's just too damn big, and then friggin' like 10 people stand up.
And then someone is like, oh, like that. You know, you can see their hands. But I'd always watch it on my PS3. So I think, no cap, like at least 10 times I watch it.
The third one
10,
seems to
15.
have the most like social media attention. Like there's
Yeah.
most memes are in that one for sure.
It's the one I've seen the most for sure.
Yeah, and it's always that 3 is always on Netflix. I actually just watched the first one recently, and that was the first time I've seen it like, on Netflix in like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
But 3, I like to say 3. 3 is the one that resonates the most because like
They're so good in general. Like to
They're
this
all-
day, people are still like, when's Rush Hour 4?
exactly.
When?
Everyone forgets about 2 though. I love 2.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
probably because I think 2 is the worst one, to be honest. But it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just the worst one. So you know, it just gets lost.
It's just it's like yeah, they're all good, but that one just like kind of not as good. I guess. Okay.
Next, who's a
Carlos?
I'll go. Like as a child, there was a Toy Story collection for me. And I had like all the toys, but I was such a dumb kid because I'd have the toys and I'd be like, they're gonna move. Like I don't. So I'd put them in separate rooms every night because I was like, they're gonna move tonight. I'm just not ready to fight these toys. And then as like you grow up, taste matures, and then I went back to the movies and I was like, yeah, they're okay, but they're not really that good. And more recently, I was watching. Have you guys seen In the Heights?
In the Heights?
No,
I've heard of
I
it, but
haven't.
So
no.
good.
Jeez.
It's like it's a musical. It was Lin-Manuel Miranda who did Hamilton,
Yeah.
and it's just like Hamilton in the ghetto type of thing,
Yeah.
in the ghetto of New York. And I
Yeah.
like that. There was a problem with like people didn't like the casting because of racial stuff. Because In the Heights is a very like diverse
Group.
neighborhood, and there's a lot of
Oh.
like dark skinned black people. But the movie was very light skinned whitewashed.
Mm.
But the actual movie itself was very very good. I really liked it.
Okay. I might have to watch it because I love Hamilton.
Yeah.
I have to watch. I have to
Yeah.
watch Hamilton. I haven't
Yeah.
watched it yet.
Shout out to Taya. She's the one that showed me it.
You've never seen
So
Hamilton
good. That
before?
it was. So
No,
good.
I need to watch it.
You haven't
Yeah.
seen Hamilton?
No, maybe next
Yeah,
time I'm
it's
craving
good.
a movie.
Alexander Hamilton.
There's many
Some
things I
beats.
haven't done.
My favorite childhood movie. I don't know if it's my favorite, but the one I've seen the most is probably Shrek 2.
Shrek
The iconic,
Bum, 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 bum.
the iconic Meryl Streep cover of "I Need a Hero" still resonates to this day.
That's a big.
The good men gone, and where are all gone? I toss and I turn and I dream of
That's a banger.
Yeah. We were talking about like DreamWorks being really good with the second movie.
With the second, Kung Fu
The
Panda
sequels.
2, Madagascar
Yeah.
2,
Madagascar
How to
also
Train
goes
Your
with
Dragon
that.
2.
Yeah. And like,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
The
you
How to
forget
Train Your
about
Dragon.
that.
It's a good series. I didn't like the third one that much. I know people loved it, but I don't know.
How to Train Your Dragon. Shout out, Kevy.
The third one was alright.
Yeah.
I have a theory that if they had made a second B movie,
Mhm.
would have been
Never
the best
got
movie
released.
ever. Would have been
Really?
the best movie ever.
You
Had
think
they made
so?
it, the best movie ever. I don't know. What about you?
I guess like if I'm gonna pick like a kids movie, I mean I've always had Cars, so I have to say like Cars.
Cars.
The first, specifically the first one. Like I think that's like the
Oh.
first one to me. Really, I remember when it first came out. Like that resonated with me, and I watched it like more times than I should have as a kid.
Because Cars 2 is not good.
No.
Cars 2's a weird
Cars 2 is
movie.
horrible.
Yeah, one should have stayed at one
Yeah.
in my opinion. The first one was like just good story. They were able to like get stuff, I guess, kind
I
of.
love how he said Cars 2 and he was like, no! Like,
No, not
right away,
that.
like,
Only
no.
World War II was not that good.
Cars 2 is not a vibe.
Yeah, lightning.
Felt like it was my childhood movie. I said Rush Hour.
Yeah.
And you guys are more like,
Yeah, we're literally
That's
showed
the
just out here watching some serious
some
stuff, man.
adult,
He's like,
some
you.
adult
Yeah.
fights, you know.
I guess if I was to choose like a maybe a more, when I was a kid, I said it was a more mature movie I watched that kind of reminds me of my childhood is Field of Dreams.
Okay.
It's with Kevin Costner.
I have to watch that one too.
Yeah, great one. I guarantee you will cry because I still cry.
Yeah.
And even me and my dad see just the ending,
Yeah.
we cry.
Okay.
Aw.
So it's like it's probably the best baseball movie like that I know of. And speaking of that, this year they're playing a game at
Tomorrow.
the Field of Dreams tomorrow. So
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
that
The
kind of sinks
White
in.
Sox and the Yankees.
It should be the White Sox and the Reds.
Isn't it gonna, by the time this comes out, won't it be last week?
Yeah. So last week
they played a game. It was amazing.
Yeah.
The
Last
team
week,
that
oh my
won
goodness.
was so good at doing
Predictions, I think the Sox are going to slap them.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
There you go. Boom. Tim Anderson, holla. Well, not at me, but
Yeah.
home runs.
Wait, so that movie is like an automatic like tearjerker for you?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely like it's not like a sob.
Yeah.
It's like you watch it and you're just like, and
Yeah.
one tear comes
That
down and it's
feeling of,
like,
Cry if you need to.
that feeling of like
It's okay,
a runny
man.
nose kind of thing where you're like, I don't want to cry, but I must
Yeah.
cry type of thing.
the first time like I watched it, like I just was with my dad and he was like trying not to cry so hard, but then he had a tear,
Yeah.
and then so I had a tear. I thought I should cry too.
I gotta go find it on Netflix or
Do
something.
you guys
now.
have any tearjerker movies?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
So-
Ratatouille. always makes me cry. There's your like weirdest answer of the day. Ratatouille always makes me cry.
Where?
I
At
gotta
the
watch that
ending,
again.
his dream just comes.
Yole.
Everyone's dream just comes true. The French song in the background. You're just like, man, if a rat can't cook, what can't I do?
Oh man.
It's just a yeah.
I mean, I
That's
think
his
mine
thing.
would be Wally.
Wally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's one I definitely forgot about.
It's
Wally's
one,
a
it's
good
one of my favorite animes.
Is it?
Animations.
Wally the anime.
Did you cry in that one though?
Yeah, like
When he's alone?
Yeah, when he's I guess like throughout the whole movie because like he's looking for his girl, the robot girl,
Yeah.
and then I guess she was like very timid at first, like wanting to kill him, and then
So timid.
That's timid.
yeah, very timid. And later on, like they're like floating in space. They're looking for each other. He's trying to save her life because with the plant and stuff.
Oh, the plant, yeah.
And then all like the little fat guys just like
fat people in the
all
show.
trying to find them, you know, trying to find get the plan, you know, try to save like humanity. And at the end, like, you know, they find their love together.
Wally was the first Disney movie, like animated movie, to have like a human in it. Like of them,
Like random
3D.
humanoids, yeah.
No, like not like not like cartoons of humans. Like there's a character who's just a human. Like they just
Oh yeah.
Put it
Oh yeah, you're right.
What
the
about-
president.
the
President.
presidents, yeah.
Oh, you mean like a real? I was gonna say
Like a
Toy
real-
Story. Toy Story
No,
has
like
Andy.
a person.
There's like
Yeah.
cartoon humans, but
No,
this
I
is
get what
like-
you mean, like a real human.
Yeah,
They put the
just shot
president.
him in
Yeah.
the studio and put him in the movie.
It was like 2,000 years before, you know,
Yeah.
that's how like people look like, and then they became really like huge.
They became.
Why is this the sign that
Yeah,
everybody
that's a
always
really good Pixar.
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, Wally's
Oh my
really
goodness.
good. It's so many, there's so many different Pixar movies, but there's some that are just way better than others.
Yeah.
Like Bugs Life.
Oh my, that's.
I used to watch that one a lot as a kid. Yeah, that's a
It's
childhood.
good, but
I was on repeat when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
VHS days.
for me,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
okay.
Everyone has like they all like resonate like differently. It's kind
Yeah.
of like
As a kid, I remember. Oh, this one's like I'm. As soon as you guys remember, I'm sure you'll cringe. I remember as a kid, I loved Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah.
If you put that
Not
on to like to
cringing.
me right now, like within 5 minutes, I'll either have to like break the CD or the screen. I cannot.
Did you
But as a
watch-
kid, I loved
Did you
it.
watch
Yeah.
We Can Be Heroes?
No,
No.
You know what it is?
no.
We Can Be Heroes is the
Same?
sequel?
Sequel?
Like sequel to Shark Boy and Lava
Oh,
Girl.
I heard about that.
So
Yeah, I didn't want to
it's
touch
like them
that.
as adults, and Taylor
Trying to
Lautner
raise
did
the
not
kids.
come back.
No,
Yeah.
he
It
didn't
was
want
just
to.
like the original Lava Girl and some dude with a mask.
what the freak?
Yeah, and then they had a little kid, and then there's like a bunch of other superheroes, and they also have kids, and it has what's his name, Joel, forgot the bad guy from the Wolverine movie, and then it also has Pedro Pascal, who's the Mandalorian. There's a bunch of like famous actors. It's got Han from the Fast and Furious movies.
What the heck?
Yeah, and they're all playing like adults that have kids, and so the premise is the adult superheroes get captured, so the kids have to save the world or whatever. And then the leader of the kids doesn't have any superpowers.
Spy Kids?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Spy
basically-
Kids,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's the
Yes,
same.
Spy Kids.
But
Yeah.
Spy Kids was good. Spy Kids
I
was
was
good.
kidding, Spy
At least
Kids
I
was
hope.
lit.
I haven't rewatched them in a while. I hope they're good.
You're not gonna like.
I remember getting up for those like to the actually theater to go watch Spy Kids.
Yeah, I remember my sister and her friends had like a Spy Kids for the 4D one where they would give you scratch cards and you could.
Yeah,
Oh, you
I
smelled
remember.
this
I
stuff?
heard about that.
Yeah.
I was like, Spy Kids on 4D, and I was like, how are they gonna do 4D? I see a trailer. They're like, we'll tell you when you sniff a card, and I was like, that's not 4D.
That sounds wrong.
Instead of trailer, they're like, oh, like moldy kitchen food, sniff now, and I was like, cool, so
Yeah.
sniff
Hell no.
that.
Like a
I
little
don't
thing
know.
comes up and you scratch number 2 and you go popcorn. Cool.
Was-
in a movie theater. Wow.
Was Shark Tale? Is that a Pixar movie?
No, that's
that was
DreamWorks.
That's
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks,
It was
right?
Will
Okay.
Smith and
Will Smith.
a fish that looked like Kylie Jenner. She looks just like Kylie Jenner.
And then Fisher looks obviously exactly like Will.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because that was toys money. Like Will Smith had to get there.
Yeah, that was a bad movie.
It was so
Yeah.
bad.
That's
I just remember it being hyped because Will.
Will
was in it.
Smith,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty much it.
And now it's an audio on TikTok.
Which one?
It's the one where they go. There's Coral. There's
Coral. There's
there?
and there's no. I'm getting there.
I'm getting
There's
there.
poop.
Yeah.
And then there's you.
It's
Yeah.
crazy how audios are coming back like just with the randomest shit.
With TikTok.
And then you click the sound to see where it's from, and you're like, I remember that.
Yeah.
Or like you just be scrolling, you hear a sound, and you're like,
Where's this from?
from this thing. That's
Like,
crazy.
have you heard the one that's like, I like you, have a cupcake. I like you,
Yeah.
have a cupcake.
I loved
You know what
fish
that's
hooks
from?
as a
What's
kid.
that from?
Fish hooks.
I loved it as a kid. I would
Fish Hooks
sing.
was a
Fish
movie?
Hooks was a,
You know
it was
Fish
a
Hooks
TV
show on Disney.
On Disney. It was about like 3 little fishes that went to school together. I think they
Little
lived in
fishes.
a,
They lived in a pet store.
Yeah.
So sometimes there would be episodes where they escape the tank and go around the pet store and they're getting chased by like the.
Have you heard of this one?
No.
Oh, this is
it had
interesting.
the
It's-
guy from Corey in the house and
And it had.
Kyle Massey.
Yeah, and
Cody.
I don't know if you guys remember her. Do you guys remember Jonas, the TV show?
yeah.
Yeah,
The
do you remember
Jonas Brother-
the blonde girl? Do you remember the blonde girl?
Oh, the one.
Oh, that girl, yeah.
Yeah,
Not the one that
Stella
liked
Taylor,
everybody,
something
right?
like that. She plays the girlfish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it came out around when we were, well,
Cody's a little bit older.
I'm a little
you're
older.
a little
yeah.
bit older, so maybe you were 15, so it makes sense
Maybe
you
I
were
could be
watching Disney
watching it.
Channel.
Yeah.
But for me,
You know, 15-year-olds watch the Disney Channel.
But,
My
Uh,
name is Thing, and you're watching Disney Channel.
I think it came out when we were around 11 or 12.
Yeah,
So it's one of the later ones.
but it's good.
It was really good. It just got canceled because, you know,
Because
I don't
kids
know.
don't watch
Kids
Disney.
don't watch fish
Yeah.
no more.
Kids don't want fish no more.
Fish didn't resonate anymore.
Yeah.
Now kids only like Fortnite, man.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing? Do kids still play Fortnite?
I don't think
I'm
so.
playing Fortnite later.
Jeez. I mean, it's still a thing. I guess I'm seeing stuff
Wait.
still about like advertisements and such.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the kids be up doing, but I mean, if Jazz is playing Fortnite, someone must be
I
playing.
mean, I like it. I play with my friend, and
Fad,
we only started playing like recently again after like we took a break from it.
Mhm.
But
Are you
I
gonna
like
buy?
it.
Are you gonna buy the Ariana Grande skin?
no.
Oh, yeah.
If there's so many skins that they have, and
Yeah.
Ariana Grande is not like the one I'll cop.
I think the most I ever spent on Fortnite was just $20 for the dinosaur skin. You know the iconic one?
Yeah.
The guy with the spiky. Yeah. I even
Oh,
my brother
Rex.
even got his Funko Pop.
Really?
Yeah. So he
Oh,
just
that's
sits
cool.
there.
I mean, for a free game, I mean, I wonder how much they make off all this.
Oh, so much.
I spent a lot.
That's
on
why.
It
that
must
game
be
too.
crazy.
Because these are two adults. Imagine a little kid.
Like little kids.
Who's like, Mom, I need the Venom skin or whatever.
Yeah.
We go to, Mom, I need it.
I need
No,
it.
Timmy, you can't. I need it.
Yeah.
That's actually that's the marketing strategy nowadays for video games.
Going up
They
in there
give you
talking
a
shit.
free video game,
Yeah.
and then everyone just spends their money on skins.
Yeah, no, and that's how they get you.
That's crazy.
I got by the Avengers game because when it came out, everybody was like, "It's so bad, don't get it." So I didn't, and then some TikToker was like, "It's free for this weekend," so I got it, and I assumed I could just keep it. But then on Monday they were like, "You have to pay full price," and I was like, "Well, now I got to finish the story, so
That's
here's
crazy.
my money."
How much you think like timely social media ads and like celebrity endorsements have to do with stuff like this?
So much.
So
Like
much.
has like
So
so much to do with
much.
it.
So
Like,
much.
like you probably weren't thinking about it until time of
No.
advertisement.
Yeah.
And some people don't even think about buying a skin until they someone might love Ariana Grande and they're like, oh, Ariana Grande's skin, let me buy 25. You know, you never know.
And it's all towards little kids. That's what that movie Space Jam 2, Space Jam New Legacy.
Yeah.
That was just how do we sell toys to kids? That's all that movie was. So they put all these like big movies together, and so that's why Rick and Morty are in a Space Jam movie.
I didn't even know.
They're in a they're in a spaceship.
I didn't even know
Wow,
Warner Bros.
spoiler,
owned Rick
bro.
and Morty.
Why are you coming fast? I just hit you. Hit me.
Yeah, there's so many different things. You haven't seen the movie?
No.
No, well,
I kind of was reluctant because I love the original Space Jam so much, and I mean I love LeBron, but he doesn't resonate with me the same way Jordan did.
Watching it won't really affect how you see the first one because they're so completely
They're
separate.
different,
There's a Michael Jordan joke, but that's
it's
it.
the best.
Oh, is it?
I think that's the
Michael
funniest.
B. Jordan
Yeah, I
one?
think that's probably the funniest part of the movie. That's
Do you know what the
it.
joke
Wow.
is?
no.
So they're
That's
like
it?
it's halftime. They're down by a bunch
The
of
same
points.
way it was in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead, you know how in the first one it was like the water and they put like special stuff?
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
that's right,
So
that's
for
right.
this one, they're like trying to figure out how to get better, and Sylvester's like, "Guys, I found him! I found Michael Jordan!" And then Michael B. Jordan shows up.
Yeah, but isn't it like some dramatic announcement?
Yeah, he's like number 23
Michael.
from North Carolina.
Michael.
And he just pops
B.
up. I don't
And
know.
Michael Jordan just walks in.
As like Michael B. Jordan.
He has like 2 lines. He's like, "Hi guys,
Gotta get it. Let's
good
go."
luck. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Peace."
Yeah.
Yeah, well maybe I'll probably watch it eventually. Still.
It's
yeah.
not bad, but it's
Yeah.
just
I just recommend you doing something else. It's a background movie.
I might watch it like when I can just get it.
Yeah.
I won't.
It's
Hey,
a.
for-
I haven't been to a Cineplex in a minute.
I'm there every day.
Yeah, you're there. My
I
sister's
work.
there a lot too. She works out.
Oh, yeah?
Last movie I saw in theaters was Tenet. So
Tenet,
almost
okay.
a year ago.
That
Not
was
a year ago.
confusing.
Yeah.
A year ago, so you haven't been in. a
I
long
think it
time.
was a year ago. I don't know when Tenet came out. It was like around the premiere.
It's confusing, but it's good.
It's a good movie. I liked it a
Confusion.
lot. I want to watch it like 5 more times to understand it fully.
The last one I watched was probably The Suicide Squad.
Oh, I want to see that one. Apparently, it's super
Oh.
good.
Really good. Like it's really funny. Like I was like, this movie's gonna suck, but then I really genuinely enjoyed myself.
All right.
Fun time.
I think the change in director helped them a lot.
Yeah, and just the pacing of the movie, like it's so funny, from beginning to end. Like I was cackling. You know that laugh where you're with like your friend and you like not even making a noise. You're just like,
Oh, you're just like,
Silent laughter.
that's how we
Yeah.
were. Like it was
you can't breathe.
cool.
Like literally,
Yeah.
you can't breathe.
just oh man, there's so many funny movies. Or funny scenes in that movie.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to spoil it, but there's
Yeah.
this one.
I think I'll
good-
watch that tomorrow.
Okay, so I want.
Oh, don't spoil it.
There's this one scene where like a character, like they're all like diving off of a plane, and a character jumps off, and the character just starts kind of like drowning,
Yeah.
and they're like, did nobody check if they could swim? It's just so funny.
Oh, it's like the I forget the movie with Deadpool. You know
Oh, when they're all jumping out of the
off,
plane?
and, Terry Crews, I think
That one, yeah.
he was in it, and then Brad Pitt was in it too.
Yeah.
and
For
a
they died
second.
For
like
like a
that.
second.
Yeah.
That's
So it's
kind
kinda
of what
good.
it is, but like I'm not gonna go too much into it. But yeah, it's
Like
fine.
cameo. I see. Well, what's the other movie that has a cameo? Was the Rock and thing? What movie were they in? The other guys?
The Rock and Samuel Jackson.
And then
were the
when
other
they
guys.
died, like.
The best,
Oh, that
that's-
one's
They jumped
so
off the thing.
funny. I need to rewatch that
There
movie.
goes my hero.
Aim for the bushes. Aim for the bushes.
There was no bush.
Like what? They're in an intersection.
They're in a New York sidewalk. Where's the bush?
And the worst part is, for a second, you're just like, they're gonna make it.
Yeah.
They might make it, and then plop.
Yeah, this. I died when there's like one guy in the ground that sees him falling. He's like, oh shit. Like, yeah, I don't know why I died at that part.
Okay.
Here's what I noticed, other than them falling. But I was like, oh.
So many different cameos that like, done correctly, are paid off super properly. Like the one you were saying in Deadpool.
Yeah,
Brad
the Brad
Pitt's
Pitt.
in that for like a second.
And yeah. If you pause it like really like real quick, you'll see his face, and it's not even like.
That's fun.
You know.
And I think Matt Damon's in it too.
He is. He's just really dressed up well that you don't really see it.
So
He's one of the truckers.
Yeah, Matt Damon's in that movie for 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see him. He's like under a bunch of makeup. He doesn't look anything like himself.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do
cool.
that.
Easter egg, I guess, you know?
Yeah, I love those ones.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
Yeah, but you know, we've
Guys.
been talking for a bit. You know, that's what's good. Love conversation, but I guess we're kind of running out of film a little bit now.
You guys, thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for having
I'm
us.
sure it's your guys' first time also on the show.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Carlos, he shoots shows.
I do a little bit of production work.
Production manager.
And
Dragons
Andres, this is your
Den,
first
man.
time.
I watch
Man,
shows.
Dragons Den,
You
man.
watch shows. You're
I
the
watch
watcher.
shows.
He's
Professional
the
watcher.
shooter. We're the hosts for this show. Guys, thank you for tuning into our was it 8th episode?
Yep, and our first ever dual guest episode. So
Dual guest.
Dual guest episode. I've read the book 2 times. All right, guys. Well, without further ado,
My name is Jamzzz.
I'm Cody.
I'm Carlos.
And I'm Andres.
And
We out,
baby.
Peace.
Peace. Thank you.
Peace.